Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Capricorn for the month of March 2024. So, as we begin, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who is returning to this monthly series and to also welcome anyone who is new to our Angelic Wisdom community. If you have a moment, make sure that you select the all notification bell, subscribe, like or dislike, and leave your comments. If during the course of this video you feel called to have an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. Also, if you'd just like to support my channel with a donation, you can use my PayPal me link for Angelic Wisdom. Also, if you haven't had the opportunity to watch the general monthly angel reading, please do so. I really feel like this is a very special month in particular, but also the reading itself was very special. And I think it would be very useful and helpful. So all the links that I just mentioned are going to be in the description area below the video. This general reading will be the very first one. So if you want to watch that now or after the video, you'll be able to do so at the end or the beginning. Also, this is my birthday month, so I'm celebrating my work here with you. It's really sort of the highlight of my life and my life's work. So it's been very important to me because it's been incredibly healing for me as well. And I'm always happy to hear how the work has impacted others. So it takes the sting out of turning in 53 um, and it places my attention on the good that I hope my life offers. So, the format here, you will see the card in the center will represent the archangel that you'll be working with in this month. And then the cards on either side of that are messages from your guardian angels. So, the card on the right is from the Major Arcana, the card on the left is from the Major Arcana, and the card on the right is from the Minor Arcana. And the Major Arcana deals with the major themes, lessons, energies, influences that often we are not in our awareness. They're sort of subconsciously happening. And so you'll have this month where you'll be like, whoa, what was that? And you see the stuff that's happening, but you're just wondering what was that about. And so the Minor Arcana will show us how the energies are showing up in your day-to-day awareness, and ways to work with it. So let's go ahead now and clear our minds, relax and release, and just take a few deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. And just allow yourself to just sort of find that rhythm for yourself. And don't try to just notice how your breath is being and be aware of more about how it feels to inhale and how it feels to exhale and just how it feels to inhale and exhale, and letting that just become something that feels like you're getting in touch with your truth and who you really are and source. And so I saw the angel number 286 very quickly. It says, don't worry. You will be supplied with enough money to pay all of your bills and meet all of your needs. So if there's anything that sort of on your mind and you're worried about other things, sometimes there's just things that don't even make sense why we worry about them, in hindsight, we often feel that way, right? Because things always work out eventually, somehow, some way, and they work out the way they're supposed to. And even, you know, how you worry sometimes is also provocative. It's like with the phrase the angels gave me recently in some of the readings that I've been writing is it a setback, or is it really the universe creating a setup, right? But in time, we want to learn how to just sort of relax into these these processes and um, the things that the alignment and the things that they will bring to us. Now, they're reminding me of the first vision I saw before I saw the number, and that was I saw a tree, and the tree trunk was not very wide. It was sort of um, narrow than I would like, because trees represent to me the trunk. How when they're wide, it shows that you're really expanding, and in terms of your alignment and your connection to source, so you're allowing for your, how would I say this, your spiritual practice is really at the forefront and at the core of everything that you're doing. And so you have tremendous access to all the blessings and intuition that you need. And then I saw sort of like breast of a woman, but sort of wrapping around this tree. And so they're really strongly, because breast is my sign for nurturance. So they're strongly indicating that in this month, you're really going to need to nurture your connection to your higher self and to your soul. You're going to have to put some effort into it. It tells me that Capricorns, you've been focusing too much on the practical, on the business side of things. You've been, as they're saying, indicated by that number, you've been counting your dollars, you've been counting your possessions, you've been just taking inventory or taking stock of your inventory and worrying about, like, oh, we're getting low on this or that, or and it seems like a list because they just wrote spaghetti. So it's like you're making it about maybe food, and you're just getting worried over topics that they're writing that that is easy for the universe to fulfill for you. It's easy. And you are acting like the accounts don't somehow miraculously work out for you. Even because you count those books, you're always checking everything, but even that some months your books don't make sense, they don't reconcile, but you were able to do more with so very little. And that's because the universe wants to remind you and make a strong case for its opulence, its or abundance, right? It's infinite stock of solutions, resources, and whatever it is you need. They got it. They got you, and they have it, right? And so it's nice, and they're not telling you not to be, practical, and they're not telling you not to balance your checkbook or balance your banking statements every month. They're not telling you not to do that. But what they're telling you is not to try to rationalize when there's just more, when you think it should be less, when you think you should be struggling and somehow they help you to thrive, when you think it's all going to go wrong and it's going to be really bad, and if I don't get if I don't get out of Dodge, I'm going to get, swatted or stumped on. They want you to let go if somehow what the bank book says and what you are able to do and what the universe is able to do for you somehow does not make any sense. They want you to start embodying and keeping an awareness of your spiritual bank book, if you will, right? It's never going to be the same as your physical one. And that's just something you're going to have to learn. It's a kind of faith. And they're writing reciprocity in the sense that, see, you don't think you should have it because there are things that you do that you are not giving yourself credit for. But the universe is keeping an accurate energy bank book. And you have put out some extra energy, some good things. You've done some good things. You've paid it forward. And now it's coming back. That's why, like my mother used to say, God makes a way out of no way. That's why it's happening. Your no way is coming. Your a way out of your no way is happening to you because of the energy bank that you amass in your life, but through kindness and compassion and support of others. It's a different kind of bank book. And until you accept that bank book, you won't be able to understand how you've had a way was made out of no way. I love that phrase that my mother and so many of my community and ancestors, that phrase that we use, makes a way out of no way. Because energy that you put out there out of the generosity of self that you have no attachment to, that you just allow and you just respond from your heart, that energy is reinvested in you and others. I'm seeing the angel number 869, and it's the second time I'm seeing that number for reading today. Or maybe it isn't, but let's see. No, it's slightly different. It says, as you devote yourself to your spiritually based career, all of your financial needs are taken care of. So think of your spiritually based career is what I just described to you. When you do things, when you choose to offer your gifts as a service out of a calling, a selfless calling, and you take every avenue to make it happen because of the love you feel within your heart and your desire to want to nurture souls in their life journey and process. This kind of act, selflessness, is bank. It's energy bank. It's multiplied 1,000-fold or more. And this is what is taking care of you. All right, so let's take a look at the archangel that we'll be working with in this month. And this is your guardian angel. And so your guardian angel's energy is very personal to you. Very personal to you. This is something that's hitting at home. And so there's something about the guardian angel showing up and the message that we're getting that is personal to your soul's contract or its mission on the planet, and in this current and for the current situations that you are living. There is a vision, they're writing in front of me. There is a vision that you have, and you are meant to bring this vision forward. You have the means, not in spiritually, to do it, and you will have the means to do it financially or otherwise. I'm seeing in the midst of this, the angel number 390. And it says, God's divine light and love are shining upon you, helping to support and guide you toward a meaningful career. It's shining. That's that reinvestment that we were talking about because of what you've done. God's divine light and love are shining upon you. You deserve this, and you have to believe it. And your guardian angel really wants you to know this. Your guardian angel wants you to know that the time is right for you to receive. And I just saw the earth, and it just makes me think of that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness of thereof. Like, this is the time. This is your time. The earth is being given to you and the fullness thereof. And here comes the Emperor card again that we just pulled previously. And this is about stepping into your power. And if you're already, in terms of power and privilege, to use it for the greater good. They want you to know, and they don't want you to feel ashamed, you who I'm talking to right now, about whether or not you have this power, or an influence could be not just money and wealth, but it could just be that people respect you. And this is power, this is currency. But whatever it is, you now are being asked to be that leader and to use that currency to uplift. And they put an umbrella in front of me, which is my symbol for watch over and protect others. If you are really wealthy and your heart is turning towards a strong service, this is why you've been given that. Whatever kind of wealth you've been given to watch over and to protect. And they write the word organize. So they want you to start to really organize your plans, to organize, to bring groups of people together. If you have a wealth of influence, like people trust you. I'm not talking about just somebody who's a celebrity or an influencer, but that could also be a part of it. But if people trust you, they respect you, if they listen to you every time you speak, you have a bank of influence, and you can now use it. And when you exercise it as a right at the right time, you will see that you can do anything, and that the earth is yours and the fullness thereof. So here we have the Three of Air. And I feel like what your guardian angel is saying to you is that what this role might present to you, it might bring up a lot of pain. They're writing a sabbatical. So I felt like it was something you've been on, a sabbatical of some nature. Now, I'm not talking about like from your job. It could be literal, but I feel like it's been like a spiritual sabbatical. Maybe you just stepped away from audiences, or you stepped away from your circle or your community, where you maybe something just hit you right to the core, like all that love, and somebody could have just said something to you. I'll give you an example. I'll never forget when I was a child. I had organized the Father's Day uh, program committee for at our church, and as the youth, and um, and my grandmother's organization, which was an adult organization, had done it for the Mother's Day. They'd been doing it for years, but nobody had ever really done things for Father's Day. And our youth group was looking for something to do, like to make an impact. And so we chose this. And an adult came up to me after church and said to me, you didn't do this for you. You did this for your own recognition. And I'd worked very hard, and I was picking up programs and all this, and standing at the church, which most of the children had scattered and gone home. But I realized this is our day. We were responsible for everything. And so, but somebody said, and so like, sometimes when you are in the midst of doing something from the bottom of your heart, there are people who, to no fault of yourself, cannot see what it is you're really doing. And they might hurt you and might cause you to step away as they're right in front of me, your purpose. And so I see the umbrella again, and it's turning into a pyramid or triangle shape. So there's information in this situation. So there was something in it that you needed to learn, but also they're watching over you. Your heart is protected, but you cannot, they write prohibit, you cannot let that thing any longer, no matter how long ago it was, prohibit you. Otherwise, you will feel it. You will feel it. It's just, this is what this card is about. Right now, if you feel like you're suffering, or that something in your life is not healing, just looking at these keywords here, it's because you're letting something prohibit you. And if you change your focus, they write, and apply yourself to that focus, you will, I don't know if this is the right word, but you will feel redeemed. Your heart, the situation and your heart and those people, it will all be reconciled to you, and joy will be restored, and the love will just blossom wide open and encompass you like that umbrella and everyone else. And they write tenfold. So pray for guidance to heal that impact. You can call on the fire dragons to take you back to that situation, to call it up and to clear the impact that it had, so that you can move forward, that it had on you, and in the ways that it might be limiting you, and to be freed from it. This is, I'm saying the word legacy. Your legacy is starting now. That's how it's been said. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful, beautiful month. God bless.